Now to early 2028 presidential positioning with some Democrat candidates visiting swing states. Today, four of those Democratic hopefuls speaking at Michigan's Democratic Party convention. MS Now reporter Nnamdi Egwuonwu is in Detroit, where Kamala Harris just spoke. So welcome, Nnamdi. What is her message today to the Democrats there? Are voters thinking about 2028 yet?
Alex, you'd be surprised. Many are. Many of the voters we spoke to, as well as elected officials, delegates, they resent the fact that Kamala Harris did not win this state during the 2024 election, and they want to change that moving forward. Kamala Harris herself, I got to tell you, seeing her take the stage, seeing her, the excitement she still generates among people in this state, it makes clear that she still is, as polling suggests, one of the Democratic frontrunners, one of the probably most high-profile contenders we see with regard to 2028. As far as what we heard from her, she was not in any way hesitant to attack Donald Trump from everything from what she called his penchant for using military action to distract from controversial things like the Epstein files, also criticizing him for his handling of the economy and suggesting that he is now embarrassing America on the global stage. I want to play for you a portion of her remarks so you can see that she wasn't afraid to throw some punches today. Take a listen.
He entered a war, got pulled into it by Bibi Netanyahu, let's be clear about that, entered a war that the American people do not want, putting at risk American service members, and among the many consequences of it, it includes jacking up the cost of gas so that on average Americans are paying at least $15 more to fill up their tank. Diesel costs 50% more.
So, Alex, so far today, in addition to the former vice president, we heard from Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, who made brief remarks. We heard from New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, who actually chided voters here a bit for not, he described voters that agreed with Kamala Harris about 90% of things, but disagreed with her about 10%, and chided them for not ultimately supporting her, saying, essentially, you disagreed with her about that little bit and now have someone at the White House that you don't like at all. So that was interesting to hear from him. I want to point out what we didn't hear from Kamala Harris today. We didn't hear any reference to the fact that she lost the state, no reference to Gaza or the controversy she saw here, no reference to the uncommitted movement, and most notably, she didn't repeat what we heard her say in South Carolina yesterday, what we heard her say at the National Action Network convention last week, which is that she's considering a 2028 run. So we didn't hear that today, but her actions and the move she's taking, the book tour she's gone on, it's making clear that she certainly is considering and at least trying to take the steps to ensure she can win this state should she decide to run again.